Hello, how are you? It's Wooly here. How you doing? Um, yes, Part 2000 subscribers special. Um, a few people asked, and I thought, you know what? Why not? Face in your face. And question and answer. So let's crack on. Um, so I've got the comments from the part one open in front of me, and I'm going to start at the bottom, at the oldest comment, and the first comments, and go up. So let's get on with that, shall we? So our first question is. How old are you? From Jonas Rich. Going to murder a lot of names, I have a feeling. I am 33. Yes, I was born in the fine vintage year of 1980. Bang on, right on 1980. So yeah, it's quite useful because for half a year I get to look at a calendar and say, oh, it's 2013. I must be 33. Um, so yeah, that's useful. Um, Next question is ba, 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 ba. Up, up. There's a lot of comments. Here we go. So Tukiniques, Tukiniques. Yes. Um, Another name murdered. Um, he says definitely Q&A. And then goes crazy with questions. Absolutely crazy. So question one is, how did you start? Why? And a question mark. I think he meant YT, YouTube. So yeah, how did I start it? So I've been watching YouTube for a while, and I had an idea. Um, and the idea was a better way to transport cave spiders, because back then you used the sign and stare um, method popularized by Etho, um, and then it kind of started acting a bit weird. The AI of the spiders changed or something, and I came up with an alternate method using fence posts, and I thought it was better, and I wanted to share the idea, and because I've been watching YouTube, I thought that's the way. Yes, we'll put it on YouTube. Um, so yeah, that's how it started. What is my profession? I'm a professional hat wearer. Now, I work in IT. I am a support engineer primarily, but I also do database design and website design and um, things like that. Lots of different things. Basically, if our customers ask for something, it's not like a standard thing. It's generally my job to teach myself that, and then make a make a thing out of it, a product, and yeah. So it's quite interesting. I, get to do a lot of different things. Uh, Question number three from Tukiniks. Tukiniks. Um, if you had a chance, what would you study now? IT, because I did chemistry when I was at university, and it was a big mistake because I came home from university and I wanted to play on the computer and I wanted to teach myself things about the computer and do all that sort of stuff. So, um, yeah, life tip for you. If you know, at that time of your life when you're deciding what shall I do at university, do something that you actually would like to do in your spare time anyway, so that you can be enthusiastic about your job in the future. It'll make your work life a lot better. Um, so, yeah, obviously, if what you want to do in your spare time is play computer games, mm, probably, yeah, not going to work. But anyway, so question four was a two-part post. Question 4 is, um, what do you prefer more, car or motorcycle? Well, when I was young, motorcycle. That's what I wanted. A motorcycle. They were just cool. I didn't want a sort of sports bike like all of my friends. And I'm waving my hands around, and it's kind of just down here. You can't see it. Um, I wanted like a Harley Davidson style of bike. Um, just a big chuggy. Yeah, that's what I wanted. But nowadays, being older and wiser, um, cars, just cars all the way, because it's just so useful, so useful. You can put things in them, you've got lots of stuff to take somewhere, put it in the boot. Brilliant. Transporting kids as well, put them in the boot. Brilliant. So, number 5, which country you are. From which country you are. I think it means, where am I from? I'm from England. Yes, I'm an Englishman. Yes. What? Um, but I live in Scotland now, which is very different. They are a separate country. Never say to a Scotsman, well, it's not really a separate country. We're all part of the UK, aren't we? No, don't don't do it. Don't do it. Bad things can happen. Um, where would I like to go to live? I'm actually very happy where I am. Scotland's a great place. Weather leaves something to be desired, but yeah, I am happy where I am. I don't think I'd want to change it for. I've not got any desire to go live in Timbuktu or Mogadishu or anywhere, basically. Um, but yeah, there you go. Thanks for the questions, all of them. So the Pickle Studio. Who was your biggest inspiration beside other than Etho? Finger brackets. Other than Etho, if there was anyone else. Well, yeah, lots of people. Number 1 would be 777 Static. 777. Sean Static. Um, he was the first person I watched on YouTube, or at least the first Let's Play I watched on YouTube, which got me into the whole watching Minecraft Let's Plays. I didn't really watch Let's Plays at all. I think I'd seen one before that. Um, and yeah, that's he got me watching them. And Azuma Void, Azuma, the way he does his LP, where epic beard scratch. The way he does his LP, where it's like, I'm gonna do this, and then there's a clip, and then he's done it, and it's like recorded across. Oh, sorry, not the desk. Recorded across a long time. Um, that kind of gave me the encouragement that I could actually do LPs because I didn't think I'd be able to do them before that point. Now, in the end, I never ended up doing LPs in that style. I mean, they're kind of clippish, but not in that kind of take a whole week to record an episode and have like tons and tons and tons of stuff done by the end of it. But I probably wouldn't have started were it not for that thought that that's how I could do it. So they're probably two of the biggest kind of they got me going. Um, so yeah, yeah, I'd say that. And there are lots of things. There are lots of inspirations. I mean, I take inspirations from the people I play with on Hypermine, and I take inspiration from constantly. When I watch an LP, if I like it, it's an inspiration to me. You got to take it all on board. If I don't like an LP, then it's not an inspiration to me. Um, yeah. So next, up we go. Would you consider showing us your face? This is from the Nerl. Um, I'd like to. How do you manage to say? How do you manage your time to play and edit these videos with a baby on your hands? Well, he's not really a baby anymore. He's 3 years old now. Um, with difficulty. Um, I try to kind of get every other evening as a Minecraft evening. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean I'll record, or if I do record, that it'll be any good. There's a whole load of footage that you guys never see because it's not good. Um, and yeah, um, so I try and get every other evening ish, try and edge maybe a little above that. But not only do I mean, my son, he is generally I get after 8 o'clock, he's pretty much asleep, maybe a bit after that. Um, but I also have a wife, and I want to spend time with her, you know? So, there are evenings when I don't do any Minecraft until gone midnight because I'll spend the evening with her. We'll watch some telly or a film, or we'll watch the slide. I'm going to make it sound really boring now, but we'll look at the photos that are slide showing on the Apple TV because you get big long conversations. If you actually look at your photos, so many people I think take the photo, take a photo, take a photo, take a photo, take a photo, never see it again. But if you actually look at them, you can have really cool conversations, like based upon the memories of the times when those photos were taken. And yes, I'm an old man. Or we just talk, spend an evening talking. Um, so yeah, with difficulty is the answer to the question. Um, how does the rest of your family react to your love of Minecraft? Well, by family, if by family you mean my wife and my son, well, my son's a little too young to understand, though he understands that daddy's office. Oh, yes, there must be lots of fun in there. He loves computers already. Um, my wife reacts very well for someone who has pretty much no interest in video games or playing video games whatsoever. So, yeah. The rest of my family, like the wider family, they don't know. I've never told them. I suspect that some of my like in-laws, my brother-in-law knows, and he reacted in a sense, even as a Minecraft player, with a sense of, oh, yeah. But yeah, my side of the family, they don't know. Yeah, I wouldn't want to try and explain it to them. Um, so yes, moving on upwards. Thank you, the Nerl, who does YouTube videos. Um, Uniribit. Albanakas has already asked my questions. That's because this is a reply to an earlier comment. Al's questions are up above, so yeah. Um, Here are two more. How much time do you spend per day for Minecraft, including editing and all that stuff? More than I should. A few hours. I mean, I've got full-time work, and yeah, I can't really do anything before 8 o'clock. And the weekends, again, that is all out until at 8 o'clock or later. But considering that, I spend about somewhere between 2 and 4 hours a night. I would guess roughly. Lick your finger and stick it in the air. So yeah, there's a lot of. I don't get to play as much as I would like to, but yeah, once on the evenings when it's a Minecraft evening, um, I'll be on. I'll be in front of the computer from 8 until 1 or 2 in the morning, um, to get stuff done and do editing and try and get edits, renders done, so that I can upload overnight because I have terrible UK DSL internet, and it takes about 6 or 7 hours for me to upload an episode, which is a big crimp in how much content I can produce. But there you go. Are your other interests besides Minecraft? Well, um, after fatherhood and husbandhood and Minecrafthood, Kendo, which is the Japanese martial art. It's like Japanese fencing. It's a martial art. We put armor on. We smack each other upside the head with bamboo swords. Oh, that did weird things to the camera exposure. Pinko vision. um, right, so moving on up. The Killing Cow. Are you planning to do another modded series again? Mm. I am. It is. It is something I want to do. Yes. So yeah, I do feel like I would like to put a modded series in. I did enjoy Feed the Beast when I was doing it. I guess when it's difficult. The Hypermind server, it looks like they're going to go with another custom pack like they did on the last map, the one that I've not played on. Um, and I'm not so sure about that. I would rather play on a pack that, um, like, basically is a standard thing that people can just get, and then they can, you know, play along with me, not like building the same stuff, but they can get the ideas from me and maybe suggest ideas to me. Whereas if you're playing on a pack that's too divergent from what's in the mainstream, and you can't distribute those packs because without going through the process of getting permission from all the mod authors, and there are certain mods where you're just never going to get that, like Thorncraft. He states it's not going to happen. Already got that. I'm already in the packs that I want to be in. So yeah, basically, it's um, yeah. I would rather play on something reasonably standard, like an FTB pack or maybe the Resolute Rising pack or something from the AT launcher. Not sure if I've got the name right on that, but it is a plan. I don't know whether it'll be multiplayer or whether it'll be single player, but I would like to bring the modded back. Um, how long is your beard? It's quite short at the moment, um, and there is a reason for that. You catch me 2 weeks ago, and I've had about an inch of beard all round here. Grizzly Adams, big beard. But I have been attacked, struck low by a merciless foe of so many of the male persuasion. Baldness. Now, actually, my hair isn't. There's still hair all around here, but it's getting a bit too thin to be tenable for my money, and I decided to carry through on a promise I rashly made when I was like 17 or 18. I thought, let's do it. Let's do it. um, yeah, no status quo look for me. Um, but yes, I've had big beard. I've had goatees at times. I once had a goatee that was that long. It was about 5 inches long. Crazy big column of beard. Um, so yeah, um, before I started having beards, I used to have long hair. Um, believe it or not, very long hair, like off the screen. Um, so yes, let's put the hat back on. Do the eyebrow thing. Can't really see it. um, yeah. Uh, Also from the Killing Cow, what do you prefer, Windows 7 or Windows 8? For desktops, Windows 7. For tablets, Windows 8, because it's a no-brainer. Um, why are you so good with Redstone? Am I? I'm not like the best redstoner. I know people say that I am. But I don't feel that I'm the best redstoner. I'm good at putting stuff together in survival that is useful in survival, or at least amusing in survival. Um, I've I've designed. I'm a designer rather than. I guess I've maybe come up with a couple of small inventions of my own. I don't know. Um, but I tell you what it is. So when I first started with Redstone, I was terrible. First thing I ever made was a piston door that had like half a stack of redstone to just extend and retract two pistons. It wasn't even a jet door. It was just like push two blocks into a corridor. Terrible, terrible redstone. Um, and So yeah, what I did was I started following some tutorials when I saw some of the amazing things these guys on YouTube can do. And I did the first one I think I ever followed was Pear Squirrel's turbocharged bread farm. The old bread farm where you'd have a dispenser on one side of your head and a dispenser on the other side of your head. One would fire seeds into one ear and the other one would fire bone meal into the other ear. Um, and you'd plan both of them down because this was a long time ago. Um, and I did a few other tutorials, and then I started using bits of those the built bits of the circuits from those tutorials in to do other things. And then I continued watching tutorials, even though I don't follow tutorials very often. I do watch a lot of tutorials, and it all kind of goes in, and you use like bits of so and so's piston elevator to go with, um, and so's block swapping light system to join it together and make like a four slice toaster. So that's kind of you start with tutorials, and then you start kind of plugging different bits of I keep banging that desk, different bits of the things that are in those tutorials together, and then after that you can start actually creating your own things. If you need like a double piston extender, you thing one up yourself. But so it's kind of a mix these days for me. It's a mixture of thinking stuff up myself and using bits and bobs of other people's devices. So yeah. Um, thank you, the Killing Cow. Next is Albanakers. He's crackers. Um, Question: how did you come across Minecraft? I have no idea. No idea whatsoever. I did play it for a while. Um, Back in the days of minecart boosters, pre-pistons. So no power rails, no detector rails. Um, Chest in a minecart wasn't even a thing. You just Yeah, I think redstone was in it, but I didn't use it. No idea what redstone was. I think a pressure plate in front of a door was about all I was capable of at the time. Minecart boosters had a lot of fun with minecart boosters. Yeah, they were awesome. I wish they still worked. The old style boosters where you'd have two minecarts next to each other and they'd like infinitely accelerate each other. You could just get like, well, not infinitely accelerate, but they would basically bump each other along forever. And the minecarts were faster then as well, like really fast, super fast. um, but then I kind of lost interest, uh, and I came back to it, and it was after pistons were added. And it was basically I'd seen a review by Ben Croshaw, Yahtzee Croshaw, on the Escapist magazine, um, .com or whatever .ou I can't remember. It's an Australian gaming website, um, and he was actually he praised it, which is very unusual. And I thought for Yahtzee, he's very critical. um, and I thought, you know what, let's give it another go. And I was playing, um, just as my interest started wavering, I got into looking things up on YouTube, and I came across Statics LP, and that's kind of what brought it all together. And I discovered Redstone as well as a useful, like, crazy thing to building crazy things with Redstone, and that's really cemented the deal. Um, so yeah, but I don't remember how I originally found out about Minecraft. No idea. My memory is very bad. Why did you begin your YouTube channel? To share an idea, which I spoke about earlier. I had the idea about cave spider transport, and I simply wanted to share it, and that was the whole reason for starting the channel, was just to share an idea. Um, who is your favorite Minecrafter and also YouTuber? Why are they your favorite? Well, there are no restrictions on on the question this time, so I have to say Etho. The guy is a constant innovator in Minecraft, um, which is what I would hope to be. I don't think I am, but it's something to aim for, isn't it? Um, he constantly innovates in Minecraft, I think, and in a survival way. I mean, there are people building computers, people digging ridiculously massive holes, people like making effectively creative test worlds in survival so that they can get perfect mob farms. And Etho doesn't do any of that. Like, he doesn't light up the land around his mob farm in his LP world because he doesn't like the look of it. So his mob farm only works during the day, really effectively. Um, but he's playing the game. That's the thing. He doesn't like lit up land, so he doesn't do that. Um, he is playing the game, um, and having fun with it and doing crazy stuff like building Tamagotchis while playing the game. So I think that's really, yeah, that is probably why he's my favorite YouTuber. So thank you, Al. And I think, what is your funniest moment on Hypermine? Oh, there's been so many. A lot of them never, not on camera, just in chat, talking. Um, I'd say on video, probably the cow cannon. First time that was fired, nearly wet myself. Um, but yeah, there've been loads of times in chat where we've just been having stupid conversations. It's a lot of fun hanging out with those guys. But on camera, probably the cow cannon, I would say. Um, so that was MC Gone Wild 69. Sorry if I've forgotten to mention anyone's names for the questions. Next one is Blazing Wind Fairy Night. Awesome name. Um, Lots of questions. How did you get into Minecraft? I've already answered that. What's your inspiration in creating videos? Everyone I watch who I enjoy, and everyone who watches me so the view count inspires me a little bit. The like count inspires me, a bit more. People who put comments relevant to the video, like, you can do this, or that's really cool, or something that inspires me to, when I get a video go live and I get a load of likes and I get a load of comments, like constructive comments, I generally want to jump right back into the chair and record a new video. That's kind of wow. Now, if I get a video that does a bit slow to start and it's not quite so well received, then that is like a counter thing. Now, I'm not putting pressure on. If you don't like a video, don't put a like on it. That's my opinion. Um, so that's it. I get knocking at the desk again. I get a bit annoyed when I see a dislike. It doesn't really make any difference in YouTube terms, but I do get annoyed when I see a dislike and because there's never any comment saying I disliked your video because of this, because your redstone's rubbish, or that tower looks like a bum stick. Um, but uh, if they left a comment, that'd be fine. That would be fine. I wouldn't actually mind too much. Um, but hey, it's like people. 5 people left dislikes on part one of the 1,000 sub special. Like, wow, thanks for trying to pee on my parade. Um, but ho hum, I'm sure the same 5 people will probably leave a dislike on this. So you're probably not watching now. If you're going to do that, you probably checked out after a few seconds. But if you are still watching and you're going to leave a dislike, leave a comment. But yeah, the viewers, I would say, more than anything, inspire me to make more videos. What games do you enjoy playing outside of Minecraft? Games that you do or don't record. So yeah, Space Engineers I'm enjoying at the moment. It's a bit lacking in content so far, but it is alpha. Hopefully that'll all come. I don't play a lot of games really outside of Minecraft, and I don't get the time to do so. I did recently play The Stanley Parable. I really like that game. I found it really, really good. So if you've not played it, I would recommend. For a tenner, it was like 10.99 pounds. GB, GBP, pounds sterling. Um, yeah, go play it. It's fun. It's fun. Don't watch any YouTube LPs on it because you probably spoil it for yourself. Um, go play it. I don't know. I've got a big back catalogue of retro games up there. Everything from Roller Coaster Tycoon, Deus Ex. That was a good game. The first one. Um, Stronghold, Gunship, Half-Life 2, all sorts of stuff. The Sims, or as I like to call it, Small People Killing Simulator. Um, so yeah, but I don't these days don't get a lot of time to play video games. Um, yeah, okay. And any future games you plan on recording? No idea. When I find one that engages me like Minecraft, or to a certain extent, then I'll probably give that a go. Um, I don't really want to do kind of pick up, put down games. Um, I don't know. Like, playing a shooter, pick it up, play it, done, gone, next one. Mm, I guess, to be honest, I'd probably do like a CTM map instead of that sort of thing. But why are you so smart with Redstone? We've spoken about, and last but not leaf. Last but not least, how's life? Very well, thank you. Thank you for asking. Life's pretty good. Um, and finally, Lapis Lori. My question, if it's not too late, what is the most unexpected benefit of joining this great big thing called YouTube? Two things. Firstly, um, it's made me better at the game. It's made me want to do things, complete things, make things like that are a thing rather than just like a really basically functional, like, just base being a hole in the ground full of contraptions, but actually create things that people will think, wow, that's great. So it's spurred me on to do that, and that made me better at the game than I think I would have been otherwise, because I'm very lazy. And the second thing is, or it's a good thing, it's ironic that Laurie was the one to ask this, because she's one of them. Friends, YouTube friends. The contacts that I've made in the community, the Hypermind peeps, including our Hypermine alumni slip, and you know, Laurie played a mini game with her. It was last night, and you'll see a video on that. I've not looked at the footage yet, but assuming it didn't derp up, there will be a footage, a footage, a video on that. But yeah, the like basically just getting to play with some cool people. Um, that's been a real big benefit of being on YouTube. Um, but that is the last question, and we're coming up on long. I'm looking down there because there's a clock. Just you can't see. Let's see. Just there. There's a timer because I'm using my Windows 8 laptop. Um, that because it's got the only high def webcam in my house. But it's got the Windows 8 recording thing. Hopefully it comes out okay. Um, so yes, um, I don't know when you or if you will ever get another vlog. It's not really what the channel's about, um, but yeah, maybe for another sub special. Want to say to put it off a little bit, maybe 5,000. Maybe I'm just setting a goal that I think will never happen. Maybe it'll take a while. It'll give me time to recover from doing this one. But yes, definitely all we've got time for. So there's only really one thing left to say, and that is until next time, guys, take care of yourselves.